Hi guys, welcome again to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the jobs that don't really require a lot of the German languages, like I'm talking about here, isn't it? So let's go straight to the point. And this is the color of this t-shirt. Sometimes it looks like it's nothing. Anyway, one of the job, I'm going to start with something that I did, and it's housekeeping. Of course, I've talked about it in not just one video, but why not talk about it again? So the reasons you don't require the language: one, you'll be working in a room, like housekeeping. Now you changing of the bed sheets, cleaning of the room, the bathroom, and everything inside the room. So you'll be working in this space alone. Like you just go in, open the door, and check if there's someone. Before that, you get a list. When you start working as housekeeping here, and I guess it's also in every other country, you get a list of like the number of rooms that you'll be required to clean on that particular day. And in this list, they show with colors which who checked out, who did not check out, like where you're supposed to clean. There is always 3 categories. There is one where like it shows that with red, like that's what I learned from where I was. I don't know about others, but with red, that means the customer has checked out completely. So you are needed to change everything in that room. There's one with a green color. With the green means that the customer is still in. Maybe the customer has gone out, but his things or her things are still there. That means the customer is still staying in this hotel, but you are needed to respread the bed sheets. You're not going to change the bed sheets. You just spread them again, and then you vacuum and mop, and then you clean completely the toilet. You're supposed to clean it and also change the towels. Now, where there is maybe the customer has put his things or her things, you're not supposed to touch. You're supposed just to go around the spaces where there is no customer. You're not supposed to touch customers' properties. Now, there's the other one with yellow color. The yellow means that the customer is still in, but you are required to do it like the customers left. That means, and also with the green, like if there is cups, you're supposed to clean the cups and put the sugar if they use the sugar, and the tea bags and everything if there's coffee also. With yellow, you're supposed to do like this person is leaving, so you change the bed sheets, everything in that room, bed sheets, whatever you clean, like you spread it like this person has left. Now, the reason you don't really require much of the language is because you'll be working alone in these rooms, so there is no communication. It's you're communicating with the things that you're cleaning with, or maybe you'll be communicating with your co-workers, colleagues, and most of them, honestly, they really don't they don't know English or even the German language. So you see, you are both learning this language, or if you know, you're trying to communicate and show what you really mean. The payment, as I said, I have checked. I was working, and if you are working under an agent, they start with 15 euro per hour. And I said from the previous video, not just the previous, there's a video I shared. You start with 15 euro per hour, and you are paid according to the number of rooms. So let's say you've been given 10 rooms, 20 rooms. Let's start with the highest. They go up to 30. Say you've been given 20 rooms. Depends also with how many workers are there. So if the workers are very few and the hotel is big, the more rooms you're going to clean. And also if maybe some are in a holiday, or maybe it's peak time, you understand, these kinds of the hotels, sometimes it works with the according to the time. Like during summer, I guess there will be a lot of people coming in, and holidays. So 15 euro, and if someone is sick or someone is in holiday, then you have to fill the gap. So now if you're working, let's say you've gotten like 20 rooms, and you all have to change the bed sheets from these rooms, that's 10 hours. So 10 hours times 15, 10 hours times 15, that's per day. So you could get even up to 3,000, more than 3,000 per month. And then after the deduction, depends on the type of class you're doing. So working for an agent, there are good days and there are bad days. Bad days where there's not so much work to do, and so the payment gets down. Another thing, when you're working for the agent, they also, if you work on Sunday or if you work on a holiday, you get a certain percent, like you are paid double of your normal salary. Like there's that percentage you're given more than what you're supposed to get. Especially holidays where I was, they said they will pay you 200% of your normal salary of the 15 per hour. Okay, if you get employed directly from the company or from the hotel, still the requirements, you may not need much of the language, but there it's a fixed salary, whether you'll be working on Sunday or you'll be working on a holiday. I know because before I had an interview in a hotel where I was interviewed by the owner, and I wanted to be employed directly by the owner, but they have a fixed amount. Like if it's 2,200 per month, whether you'll be working on Sunday or you'll be working on a holiday, or you've cleaned more than 10 rooms or 20 rooms, whatever, the salary remains. Like there's nothing like they will add you. And the time is also fixed. You get in the morning, let's say you start at 8, and like this one, they said you work from 8 up to 5. 5:30. So whether you've finished or you've not finished, and with when you are employed directly, you are supposed also to clean other parts like restaurants and so on. When you are working under agent, your work is only to clean the rooms and maybe the corridors. The restaurant and everything else, that belongs to the hotel. The hotel has their own people who are cleaning the restaurants and so on, the receptions and so on. So that's one of the job that you may not need the language. But again, once you come to German, to be honest, you really need to learn this language. It's very important. So I'm not encouraging you not to learn the language. If you still would want to work in a hotel, you still need the language. Second, job is cleaning. There are these companies, still mostly are under agent. You get the job as you be maybe going to clean these care homes, the retirement homes. You'll be cleaning the schools and so on. These offices, you also don't need the language. Still working under the agent, they will give you 15 euro per hour. But if you work under the company, maybe they may give you there's this fixed salary in Germany right now per hour. It's 13 euro 85 cents, something there. So they may start with 14 euro something. Another one is this delivery services. Like if you have a driving license and you can do the delivery, like we call them, they call Liferando here, where someone orders something online, like food, mostly food. And also, like, the ranging of these salaries depends from the company. Also, you may get somewhere where they are paying you a lot of money. There is also bonuses in some of them, like when you are working in holidays or maybe on Sundays, you get just like the one from the housekeeping. They also give you something on top, or maybe they say the taxes are very not so like normal working days. So those are some of the jobs that you may not require a lot of German language, but still you really need the language as long as you are here, because these are like the housekeeping. You cannot do it for so many years. You'll need to change it. Another one is dry clean. If you're working in a dry clean, there where you clean other people's clothes and so on, you may not require the language also, especially if you're doing the ironing part or so on. You may not. If you are dealing with the customers, you need at least a little of the language, because sometimes you need to explain to the customer something, so you are required the language. But if you are in the part of ironing and so on, then you may not require. And also, even if you're dealing with the customers, the language is the same, almost the same. It's just that the same thing, the same. It's just like greetings. The thing you'll explain to this customer, you'll still explain it to the other customer. So they may not need a lot of it. I guess also in supermarkets, you may and you may not need that deep language, because if you are in the counter, your work will just be scanning whatever is coming for the customers and telling them how much to pay. Anyway, it's always indicated there how much they are supposed to pay. So I guess also not much. That little introduction German language may be required. So thank you so much. Hope this video is of help to you guys, and please like it for me and hype it, and thank you.